Hello everyone, we're back with another video, and today we're gonna be covering the newest banner in Fire Emblem Heroes, the Valentine's banner. Now this is a really important banner for me personally, so I wanted to especially cover this one, because we got another male-on-male duo, and they're super gay. Look, that's amazing in my opinion. Like, they really said male Robin x Chrom is canon, and I'm gonna talk about this later maybe. This is gonna be more of like unit builds, analysis, where you can use them, but like gay duo. And yeah, let's get into it. So first up we have Valentine's Lucina. Her weapon, Gerbera Axe, gives her 3 speed, and it's basically a Omni-Lull if you use an assist skill on her or an ally. And then if foe initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than 75%, it gives 5 to all stats and reduces first attack by 40%. Keep in mind, this is the kind of damage reduction that can get cut through by lethality. Same with Savvy Fighter. The damage reduction from Savvy also can get cut through by lethality, so be careful about that. Her base kit is Future Vision, which is amazing. Future Vision on an armor, like you swap, you keep your action. That's really good. She comes with Kestrel Stance, which is probably good for it's good for having the guard, having the attack, having the speed. It's really good for a base kit build, I guess. Savvy Fighter, which is new, it doesn't have many restrictions, all armors can use it if I remember correctly. And it's basically if foe initiates combat, NFU, and you reduce damage by 30% if you're fast. From foe's first attack, by the way, not the other attacks. And then she comes with Near Save. She's a good Near Saver. Now, the builds I've given her. I think if you're going to use her in Summoner duels, you should do a Hardy Far Save build. Like, if you really want her to live, Hardy is just better. And that's that. And then I gave her an Arena build because she is 758 in Arena, which is pretty impressive. And then a base kit build because I think she can just be a really good Near Save armor on like AR offense for like 0 investment if you want to use her that way. And that's Lucina. She's pretty cool. And now we have Valentine female Robin. Now, I really like this unit. Her weapon is interesting, her art is amazing, I love her voice acting. So I really hope I get her while summoning on this banner, but I don't think she's like meta breaking like the duo. So her weapon gives slaying, which is always good, and if you're gonna use her, you basically want to always have all of the conditions active, so just use 3 movement types or more. And if you use that, it's basically a 3 space Rhine on attack, def, res. So attack, def, res -5 on foes within 3 spaces. Reduce damage from foes first attack by 30%. And also 5 HP heal when you deal damage. And it gives that to her and all allies within 3 spaces, which is extremely good. Like, that's a really good unit. Like, you can use her as a far save, but then even if she's not far saving, she supports, which is really good in my opinion and interesting. She comes with Iceberg, even follow-up, and AR AD far save. The only good skill here is kind of AD far save. Iceberg is like good on her, but it's really available, so even follow-up you really want to ditch that unless you just want to use her as a one-off arena assault unit or like a really budget build on air offense or something. But anyway, the builds I have given her. The one with Summoner support is, again, the Summoner Duels build. Like, I think she could die to Lethality Yuri. And that's basically her that's a really big problem. I think she could not kill I3 on the retaliation and die, so I don't think she's amazing for Summoner Duels. But in Summoner Duels S, maybe she could be really good, because she could have double usage in a Catria ball, like nuking and being a far save. So yeah, the other build is just a really cookie cutter AR offense build. And the last one is Arena. I ascended HP because, I don't know, HP is just really good nowadays, I think, because you really want it for a lot of things. Like, you don't want to get hit by sudden panic, because, like, especially in Summoner Duels, you really don't want to get hit by it if you're using Duo Dagger or something. And then there's also, like, lethality that's countered by HP, kind of. Like, if you do plus step, you're just gonna take more damage and not have enough HP. So I just ascended HP. I think that's better nowadays for compared to defense or resistance. And that's that for Robin. Her art, again, is so good. Like, mwah. Kisses to the artist, I guess. And now, finally, I can cover the unit I'm most excited for. The gay duo. So they're extremely busted, but I don't think anyone is surprised at this point. Duos nowadays are just extremely strong. So Destiny's Bow. What does it do? It gives slaying, of course. You have to have slaying. Effective against armored and flying foes. Good, that's what Legendary Chrom did. Like, okay. But then, if a movement assist, like basically a blink pulse is what I'd call it. Like, you use to change fate, and you get -1 special cooldown to yourself and the target ally. Like, that's such a convenient way to pre-charge so many units. For example, Hatari Carla, you repo her up, and oh bam, she has her AoE, and she kills literally everything in the game suddenly. Plus, he also charges Deadeye this way, and he probably kills a lot of things too. So he comes with To Change Fate. We all know what that does from Legendary Chrom, the infamous Legendary Chrom. Deadeye, Close Salvo, you probably want to replace it in my opinion, but that's not really a controversial take. I think it could be good if you want to do some CC Vantage degen with him, which I think could work. I think it could work really well, and thinking about it, this just gave me a really good idea, I think. Okay, anyway, moving on. He has Times Pulse, which is really good. He's even good fodder, but if you fodder him, you're probably homophobic, sweetie. I'm just kidding, probably. Okay, so the builds. The first one is meant to be Summoner Duels. Again, Summoner support, Summoner Duels, because that's how it works. Catria Ball nuke, I think, is a really good place for him, or like just a nuke in general. I gave him Hardy Bearing because if he charges Deadeye with a repo up, or like To Change Fate, he basically probably kills a lot of the Vantage degens in this game running around in Summoner Duels. So that's why. Ideal because he's meant to be on a Catria Ball there. Plus, To Change Fate actually gives him Visible Attack, which Visible Attack, ideal, that's pretty good. And then a degen Speed Chrom Arena build, because why not? I did push here because it's like a really good fodder package from Bernadetta. So if you don't have ideal, you can always run attack speed push, the good old attack speed push. So I think that's that for this duo. This was really fun to talk about. Let's talk more about how they're gay though. They're basically gay and they're gay, and that's canon. And if you think they're not gay, you're kidding. You're joking. You are not serious. They are gay. So that's canon now. It's canon. It has to be, right? Like, IS doesn't just put two dudes together on the Valentine banner as a duo. Like last year we had Alm and Celica, right? And they, wait, no, Almasaka was 2 years ago. We had Thrasir and Liv. They're probably kind of romantically intertwined. We had Alm and Celica, you know, they're husband and wife. So like they're together, and that's basically canon now. Lucina isn't canon anymore. Okay, moving on. And now the more awkward units. Owain, if you like him, use him, but there's really no place for him in the meta. Like, don't argue that he's good, please. No one do it just because he's your fave or you like him. Brave Erica, we got her for free. She's basically 10 million times better than this unit. But, like, the only niche I guess I could see him for is Arena, because he's easy to plus 10, and you can run something like this. I think you probably want to run Gale Force Cavs, probably pretty good in Arena, maybe with a Trace instead of Flow Guard. So yeah, I think this is like not a good unit and you should not go for him. And if you do get him, Blue Flame, not very bad, not a bad skill. And now Lissa. Now I think she's actually kind of interesting. Unlike Owain, she's like not just dead on arrival, she's at least a unique movement type. So this build I've given her, I think it's unique and it could work. Like she's not going to be the best far saver, of course. Like a staff unit, 53 attack, her death res is pretty high, but like she's probably gonna die to some things. But this can charge something up and then like you can sacrifice her. Basically, you just sacrifice her and then your nuke is just there and they reach stuff anyway, I guess. Or like you use her in ARD and you pre-charge something and then she also saves things for no reason. I don't think she's very good. I don't think staff armors really have a place in the meta. But like, I don't know, an armor with save also being able to restore, I don't think that's too bad. I think that you could make that work. Like maybe in summoner duels, someone sudden panicking you and stop blowing your nukes. And then you just say, oh, my far save, who wasn't really going to use their action that well anyway, can just harsh command plus aka restore me. Or like someone AoEs your team really bad and everyone's hurt. Oh, my far save can just heal a bit. And like maybe she could work like this. But I'm not really too sure. At least she's cute. Well, thank you for watching my analysis and builds video for the new Valentine units. I will try to do a summoning session for this duo, probably full circling on my YouTube channel. But the last time I tried something like that, YouTube just said fuck your commentary. So let's hope YouTube doesn't do that again. Thank you, please subscribe and like this video, and goodbye.